Anyway, if the weather keeps up like this is going to be one of the best sailing days we've ever had.
Welcome aboard Sailing Wind Gypsy. We're glad to have you here for our second season. This is Ginger. Here's Lisa. And I'm Richard. We hope you enjoy the episode.
That is a very majestic osprey. Just sitting on that channel marker, waiting for its dinner to swim by. But that's not us today, is it?
Nope. Waiting for our dinner to swim by?
Yeah, we're not waiting for our dinner to swim by. You want to go get a cheeseburger in Belhaven, Ginger?
Oh yeah, cheeseburger.
Okay, you heard her. Oh yeah, cheeseburger. We stayed at Dowry Creek Marina last night. Gave us a chance to plug in for the air conditioning at 90+ degrees. That goes out to the Pamlico River. And it makes it a little faster for us to get to the Pamlico River the Pamlico Canal to the Alligator River. So save about 5 miles as opposed to going to Belhaven last night. One of the advantages to cruising life is your view is always different in the morning. Boy, oh boy, isn't that a marvelous view from up here. Yeah, it's kind of a pretty morning today.
Okay, the wind has improved markedly as we've gotten a little closer to shore here. We are not going underneath the Alligator River Bridge today. We're going to anchor just over here, hopefully a little bit of protection from the east and the north.
Okay. So because of the direction of the wind, we didn't go as far as we wanted to. We were hoping to make it through the bridge over there, Alligator River, but that didn't happen. We chose to anchor here instead. It's a little more sheltered from the wind, so that way we're not getting beat around while we're trying to sleep. But we'll have a nice early start tomorrow morning and off to Elizabeth City. It is July the 4th, and I don't think we're going to see any fireworks here. Here in the Alligator River, it is really deserted. Beautiful sunset here in the Alligator River on July the 4th. Beautiful sunrise here on Alligator River, January the 5th. July the 5th, yeah, the other J month. So we're off this morning. I'm gonna go through that swing bridge. They're currently building new ones. We'll get better shots of that as we get over there. They're building a new bridge. Nice advice, sails the ship. Nice advice, builds her. Nice advice, get you some fish to take some organizer.
So of course I always put the video camera on right after we've had an example of some more uncomfortable wave action. Just We're in the Albemarle Sound. We're crossing from Alligator River to the Pasquotank. Unfortunately, winds are pretty much on the nose.
I think it's raining out.
Rain spray, who can tell?
Yeah. No, it's rain now.
You want your rain jacket?
No. Doesn't matter. I've been soaked for hours. Feels like it anyway.
It'll be warm soap.
Yeah, no, it's okay. When we switch, I might put it on.
Anyway, we got about 3 hours of this to get to the Pasquotank. Very reminiscent of Delaware Bay, which I swore I would never sail through again. Right now the winds are at 15, but Richard said he's seen gusts to 30, 31. Which is one of the reasons we don't have any sails out, and the fact that it's almost on the nose.
And this was what it was like the next day, calmly tied up to the wall in Elizabeth City.
Everyone sees geese flying in formation. But did you know that they seem to swim in formation as well? Elizabeth City is always a pleasant stay, and we're staying at the Mid-Atlantic Christian Academy or College. And we have a huge double rainbow over our boat, and we didn't even know we were having rain. We didn't get any rain. Got a rainbow though. What do you think, Lisa? Is that a good sign?
Hope so.
Right up there with dolphins, right?
Yeah.
I have not seen a rainbow this vivid, long, or complete in a long, long time. We have left Elizabeth City and we are headed down the beautiful Pasquotank River on our way to the Dismal Swamp, which actually is usually gorgeous. There, the sun's behind the trees now, so I can show you as we actually head down, as opposed to what was behind us.
So this is what I thought the Dismal Swamp would look like. The Dismal Swamp Canal would look like, but it really is much less interesting. This is the upper reaches of the Pasquotank, and it is just lined with these bald cypress. The water's really high right now. And we're approaching the south end of the Great Dismal Swamp Canal. We do have some logs in the water. Hey, you're okay, baby. Just stay there. I just think this is one of the most beautiful parts of the ICW that we've been through. So So some people along the canal have an interesting sense of humor. This is Turner's Cut, just before you get to the actual Dismal Swamp Canal. Again, beautiful. So if you're gawking, you might run into that big oak tree that's overhanging the canal.
I almost did.
Just to the south of this little subdivision on Turner's Cut, just before you get to the south end of the Great Dismal Swamp Canal. And I clearly remember this little fishing shack from the trip down, and sending a picture of it to John, my brother, who is an avid fisherman. But yeah, little screened-in fish shack, everything you want. I think they may have even made some additions. I don't remember the observation deck.
There aren't a lot of signs, direction signs like that on the waterway. It's nice to know we're going in the right direction.
And here we are on the Dismal Swamp, passing into Virginia.
We are in Virginia. It is nighttime. I know you can tell that. Here in the Dismal Swamp. We have to go through lock there tomorrow. That's the bridge down there we had gone through. I don't know if you can see any of that. Oh yeah, it looks like it turns out okay. Beautiful spot here. The town of Chesapeake provides a dock with a power connection, which is nice. A lot of free docks don't have the power connection, but so we've got the air conditioning running inside, and that is an important consideration for tomorrow too. Tomorrow's going to be a short day because by noon it's supposed to be in 91, and it's hard on us and really hard on Ginger, so we can't do that to her. So we're just going to go far enough to get a marina, plug in, and lay low. But in Virginia, first time since October 23. No, November 23. November 23.
So it is mid-July and we are walking around historic Fort Monroe, and the crepe myrtle and the magnolia grandiflora are all in bloom, and some of these trees are ancient. Well, not ancient, but certainly near a century old, I think. We're here at historic Fort Monroe in Hampton, Virginia, across from the Norfolk Naval Yard, and now I understand why some branches of the military have a height restriction. So Ginger has found the coolest place at Fort Monroe. This is one of the entrances to the fort.
Now we're really getting height restricted.
Oh. Richard said, now we're really getting height restricted. He barely passed underneath this one.
Me and your mom probably, and you are probably the only members of your family that can do that.
Not uncommon commonly for these old forts. They relied on cisterns to collect rainwater to store for drinking. And this is one of the accesses for the cistern. We didn't know if they allowed dogs here at Fort Monroe, but then we saw that there is a historic pet cemetery here, in which case it just doesn't seem right that they wouldn't let a dog in. But here we are on the top of the fort walls in the historic pet cemetery. Well, those are where the cannons used to be. But both pet dogs from the fort here, as well as military service dogs, were apparently buried up here in this pet cemetery.
So this stone for their pet is Peppy from, can't quite make the original date, to 1893. Wow, the Johnsons. This is marker 171, unknown. So, isn't that interesting? This is showing where we actually are in reference to Norfolk, Chesapeake Bay, and Hampton Roads, which is the name of the harbor that goes up to the east. This appears to be the end of the cemetery of pets that were working in the Army.
Here's Richard venting our Instapot after making baked potatoes, keeping the heat and humidity out of the boat.
Lisa just took us out in the most incredible manner. Of course, I was busy.
There's no waves, no wind, no current.
Yeah, that always makes it easier. So.
And our wheel turns from the far right to the far left now.
Yeah. So we're leaving Fort Monroe, Old Comfort Point. It was a very nice day. That has nothing to do with the fort anymore. I don't know if it used to be a luxury hotel. It's an old folks home now. Used to be a hotel. There's Norfolk on the other side. Big ships like to hang around there, come and go, so you gotta keep your eyes open and your head on a swivel. Speaking of vessels moving fast, that is Warship 75. You'll notice how we are staying out of the channel. We got that message loud and clear last spring in Cape Canaveral. That was fun. These guys are probably moving a lot faster than most commercial vessels. Who knows? They don't show up on an AIS, and I guess that's a good idea. So. After doing a little Wikipedia search on the naval ships that we've seen in the harbor out here, apparently they do have MMSI numbers. I don't recall ever seeing one on our AIS screen, and our AIS is down right now, so we can't check it, but my mistake. So they do, there's the pointing finger, they do have MMSI numbers. I don't think they broadcast them all the time because, well, they like to be low-key. You never know who you're going to run into. This boat down here, Svala, we actually saw down in Vero Beach in Florida. We were moored beside them. They're from Switzerland. And here we are up in Deltaville in the Chesapeake Bay, running into them again. Well, it's kind of funny. What time we turn the engine off, Ginger?
9:22, boss.
Okay, thanks.
This is the Reedsville Fish Factory and its associated commercial fishing fleet. We passed one of these guys coming out of Reedsville on our way up here. This is the first anchorage. We might come back here, we're not sure.
This is Reedville's famous chimney. Although we don't know what it's famous for because we couldn't dinghy over there this afternoon. But we'll find out. Fishing fleet looks pretty impressive with all the lights at night. Nothing else is lit quite as brightly as that. Restaurant over there is well lit. So it's an incredibly calm anchorage. It's nice stay here. Leaving Reedville, heading back towards the Chesapeake to go up to Coles Point, which will be our final destination for a while. So, actually, you can see the famous chimney there. I gotta find out what that chimney is famous for. Ran out of gas in the dinghy yesterday. I didn't feel like rowing over to it. So, anyway, we were tucked in back over behind that bush there. I know I'm pointing at it in the camera. I'll see if I can do some kind of fancy graphic. And it was a nice quiet night. No real smells to worry about from the fish plant. A couple boats coming out now, and we're on our way. This is the view from our back door at Coles Point. Have to make sure I take this tonight because tomorrow it might rain.
So Ginger said she wanted to go for a ride in her dinghy. So we got the dinghy out here. We're outside of Coles Point Marina. This is the Coles Point Beach. Somebody's having a cookout there. I'll go in the other direction. See this side. It is funny how Ginger really enjoys just tooling around in the dinghy.
Some kind of elevated platform over in Maryland.
We're probably in Maryland right now.
Wonder what that post is. Is that the Maryland, Virginia?
Oh, and
Or it might just be a warning, don't go close to the shore, stupid.
we have to look up what that lower danger area means on the chart.
Yeah.
I was wondering too if we could dinghy down to the restaurant at the tip of Coles Point, because there is nothing within walking distance. And here we are coming in the channel, and you can see our boat right there. They couldn't have given us an easier slip.
Yeah,
Go straight in. Nice little houses with their little wharves here. Piers.
What's the difference between a pier and a wharf, Lisa?
A wharf is lateral along the shore, whereas a pier goes out into the water, right?
Yeah. We had to look that up because I kept using the word wharf, and it's not a common word apparently amongst the boating group that Lisa's used to.
This is the coolest house right here. Has the Potomac on the front and the marina in the back. It's up on stilts. Unfortunately, this restaurant is not open. What a great place for a restaurant. I guess it's not a great place if not enough people come to keep it a viable enterprise, though. And Ginger's excited.
We're at Coles Point Marina here in the Potomac River. We're going to haul boat out tomorrow. Get some work done on it. We're going to spend a couple of weeks up in Michigan and see family. And the nice thing about coming up here, up in Virginia, is that we also get to see Lisa's cousin Hunter and his family, his wife Christine, possibly Hunter Jr. and Sammy and Michael. So, pays money, takes chances. Who shows up is who shows up. So that's always nice. It's a beautiful place here. It's a good DIY, do it yourself marina. This is our third time trying to lift this. The first time the forestay was in the way, so we had to turn around. We took the backstay off and Lisa backed it in. Second time the mast, the wind generator was in the way, so we just took that down. And boy, oh boy, she's working like a charm right now. So they got it up, and she's a-moving. Looks like we found a crab pot or two. Well, we've got the boat up. So here are some of the things that... Say it again?
Yay!
These guys did a really good job here. They power washed it, and they did a really good job power washing it, but we're going to have to sand all this down, then paint it, sand down the blisters and fill it. Important thing to remember is no boat ever sunk because of blisters. There's some gel coat repair we're going to definitely do right up there. Yeah, that part above the pump outlet is really just polishing off. That's nothing big. So, all in all, it doesn't look that bad. Doesn't look that bad. This zinc needs to be replaced. We don't have to replace this zinc because it's all gone. So, we'll have to put a new one on, not replace it. The cutlass bearing looks okay. We're happy with that. So sand this down. The boot looks good. Rudder swings well. And we'll have to inspect the through hulls a little later. Lisa just said no water dripping out of the rudder, so that's a good thing.
They have like 20 different models.
Yeah. Say hi, Hunter.
Hello. Welcome aboard.
We're out in Hunter's boat here off the Potomac. Do you know the name of this cove? Is this cove?
Cabin Point Creek.
Cabin Point Creek. So always fun to go boating on someone else's boat. So Hunter's taking out the stern anchor because we are like those power boats and anchored at the on the beach.
So Ginger decided, yeah, she's not going in that kayak. We'll see if Marlo...
Marlo! Hey! Marlo! Marlo! Come here! Don't let her tip you over. Marlo!
Ginger's looking like, what the heck? What the heck that crazy dog doing?
Come back here. Come. Marlo.
So Marlo has decided she's going to go kayaking with Richard while Richard tries to put out the crab pots, but Hunter's going to call her back in. But she's sure she's supposed to go out there. And Ginger's like, you crazy dog.
Had to line that one up with the other two about the same distance. Okay. Okay, I'm coming. He's coming back. Marlon, stay here. Come here.
Marlo's, I'll make sure he comes back. I'm gonna go get him.
Better not fall out.
If you fall out, we'll title the video Lost at Sea.
Okay, Marla, come, go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Go. You want to go for a ride?
And Marlo is not done swimming for the day.
We were at a party. The dear love fell in the day. Someone reached in and grabbed it.